Approximately 7 to 16% of the world does not affiliate with any religion. As agnostic myself, I've been asked many times how I could live with myself and be a quote unquote good person without having a religion and a God. Just like any other theistic religion, there are good and bad atheists slash agnostics. But many theists believe that just because they chose not to affiliate with any particular religion that they are amoral. A study conducted by Pew Research Center had various prison chaplains in 2011 report what religion the inmates they dealt with were affiliated with. 50.6% of the inmates reported that they were Protestant, 14.5% reported being Catholic, and only 10.6% actually reported that they had no religious preference. This study supports the hypothesis that having no religion is not the sole reason a person would commit a crime. Crimes can be committed by people from any religion and religious background. So a person using another person's religion as the sole reason why they committed a crime makes no sense. There's no reason to punish the crimes of a few to the many. Several meta-analyses found that many links show the correlation between religious behaviors and beliefs in criminal activity. In the journal Research and Crime Delinquency, a researcher named Baer found that religious beliefs and behaviors exerted a moderate deterrent effect on individuals' criminal behavior. This statement shows that there was only a slight effect but not a major effect. Surprisingly, it was also published in the Handbook of Crime correlates that while a person that regularly attends a religious service or highly involved are less likely to be involved in criminal activity, but property damage was an exception. Today's society is one of the most religious, with participation and belief at an all-time high, but violent crime rates are also at an all-time high. This shows that even with high religious participation and strong religious beliefs, crime will still happen. It doesn't matter if there's a high or low religious participation, because crime will happen no matter the setting or participants. Many individuals commit acts that are considered criminal in the name of religion. In a few examples I found, one of them was Aswaran Bapu, who founded hundreds of ashrams, which were centers of Hindu culture. And he was actually sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty of raping one of his teenage disciples. He claimed that he had raped the girl to exorcise evil spirits. And this shows that just because he was a religious, prominent figure, that he still committed heinous acts. He still had the ability to do these horrible things. Another person that most of us will actually know about is Jim Jones, who was a pastor that founded the People's Temple, which based many of their beliefs on communist and anti-racist ideals. He orchestrated one of the largest mass murders where a total of 918 members died of cyanide poisoning. In audio tapes that were released afterwards, Jones claimed that intelligence organizations such as the CIA would come in and shoot some of their innocent babies, and that they'll torture our children, they'll torture some of our people here, they'll torture our seniors. Which is hypocritical because when a few members tried to leave with the delegation that was sent, Jones actually had some of his guards from the People's Temple go and gun down the delegation. Another person was George Patrick Doobie, who believed himself to be the living reincarnation of Jesus, yet he committed atrocious acts himself and urged his followers to thieve for the good of the group. He believed that because he was trying to help his group that thievery was okay, but it would actually hurt other people. A survivor of Doobie's complained that he had raped her and threatened to slash her and her children's throat. She was apprehensive and refused to perform a rape kit in the ER for fear of her children's life. She had also said that Doobie was originally introduced to her as a Prince of Dubai, which meant that he would have had a diplomatic immunity and she was afraid to go after him. Another person was polygamist Warren Jeffs that led the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for years. His particular church sect was based on white supremacist, homophobic, anti-state, and totalitarian views. The FLDS main doctrines include polygamy, dressing conservatively for men and women, property ownership as a whole, homeschooling, and temple worship. While some of those ideals are not the worst, the polygamy is something that many of us do not agree with. And approximately 7 years ago, Jess was convicted and sentenced to life for sexually abusing minors, assisting in the rape of various people, and arranging marriages against people's wills. He shows that even prominent figures in a religion that many people followed actually can be the worst that humanity has to offer. I am not saying that these individuals portray everybody in their religion, but I am saying that these individuals show that just because a person can be conventionally or unconventionally religious, they are not always the most moral people and are quite manipulative actually. So what I'm actually saying is just because they're religious or they're not religious does not mean that they're a good or bad person. They're a product of their environment and what they're taught. Just because they have religion does not automatically make them a good person.